just gave me the mattresses. They said, we can't sell it. Here you go. We know what you're doing. And I gave them a piece of paper that said, write it off on your taxes. Yes, I am legal. And, been legal since 2016. All right. And then I, started helping other people. Then I started helping this family for Thanksgiving and gave them honey baked ham and $150 worth of groceries so they would, because I found out they needed help for Thanksgiving. And then when I found that out, then they told me that people were getting laid off at their jobs. So I put them names in a bowl, pulled out 2 families. I'm glad I pulled out them 2 families because they had children that with special needs. And I made sure that they received honey baked ham for Christmas. I was doing this myself, so I had to work on what I had. And then I gave them $150 for groceries. So while they was hustling trying to find another job, they didn't have to worry about what was going on in their household. Okay. And then I helped 2 women go through therapy and for 3 to 6 months. And then I also helped, not only that, I made sure they had $150 or $250. You can look at my website, Refuge Women's Transition Center, and see that. God told me whatever I do in private, he will reward me in public. And I'm so glad he did, let me tell you. Because people will put dirt on your name and don't even know you out here trying to help people. But they'll put dirt on your name and people believe it as well. And those people that believe it, let them. You know why you let them? Because they know you. And if they feel that way, guess what? They really don't like you no way. So, God is faithful and I'm thankful. Honey, you hear what I'm saying? And look at the link to receive 25% off your first order. This is the company I use along with all natural remedies. In 2017, I was given a diagnosis of breast cancer. And they told me I had 6 months to live. You know what I told them? I ain't going nowhere. They said, we need to do immediate surgeries all on your left hand side. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what you said. They said, don't you see it? Don't you see it on the MRI? It's all there. I said, I see it. But if I agree with that, I'm gone. I don't agree with nothing that you're saying. I said, I bind up every disease, every germ, every bacteria, every growth, every tumor, every parasite. Now they're finding out cancer is a parasite. That's your son. But still using the same old things because it's a $10 billion business. Yes, let's talk about it. It's time to see stuff for yourself and see what's really going on. And then I left there. Then I said, I take full responsibility because I know what I did. I ate the food. So I left there, started talking to God. He said, call a naturopathic doctor, pull down everything the doctor said he ever said about being alkaline. Child, got myself together, showed my naturopathic doctor. They said, this is good, but according to your blood type, and because you already have this in your body, you can't have certain vegetables and fruit in your system. So we're going to cross those out, but these you can. I said, say less. Listen to what your blood type is. Listen to what your body is saying to you. Quit listening to everybody else when you mess around and be in a casket and be gone. All right. I'm just saying. Then I went home. Then my ancestors said, get the dandelion, get that morning glory can be smoked. Yes, just in case you ever running out. You need to go in the backyard, just pull you a few. Put them in the microwave for like 20 minutes. They dry out. You can smoke it. Okay? I don't smoke, but that's how you can make it happen really fast. Don't forget about the crabgrass. The crabgrass is really wild scallions that grow in your backyard, and they tell you to kill it, but it's really a herb. And if you take it and put it in your food, you'll be healing your body naturally. They don't want you to know that. That's why they having you killing that stuff in your backyard, right? And then you getting cancer from the stuff you putting in your backyard. Plus you're fussing to get on the bus. It's just a double whammy. And don't forget about your what is that thing called, guys? Poke salad. Thank you. The angel told me the poke salad. It is lettuce and cilantro put together, and it's serrated around the edges. Honey, you put that with your food, it saves your life for real. Because again, those are natural herbs. Our ancestors lived off that. When they say they lived off the land, they mean that for real. Okay, I put that on top of that spinach with that jasmine rice, and that jasmine rice was wilted because it was still raw, but the jasmine rice was wilted, and I was still able to eat the chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll was healing the cells on the inside of my body. The more green leafy vegetables you eat, the more chlorophyll you get in your body. Okay? It's even better if you grow it yourself. Or if it's wild, like I just said. Okay? Honey, I put all that stuff together, and then my naturopathic doctor was telling me, you need to add, the second month, she said, add some red meat. She said, I don't know you don't want to do it, but I need you to add some red meat because you already have this disease in your body. We are fighting this, and we need your white blood cells to fight. We need to get your T cells up. I said, say less. Honey, when you trying to stay here, you do whatever you need to do. You ain't trying to fuss with nobody. I was trying to stay here, and right after that, I found out my daughter was pregnant with my granddaughter, honey, and beat the disease, honey. Hush your fuss to get on the bus. Psalms 91, 1-6 NLT. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust him. For he will rescue me from every trap, and protect me from every deadly disease, and still is doing it. Every time they try to put me on, the God said, that's not how we have it. Come on here. He will cover me with his feathers and shelter me with his mighty wings. He is faithful to his promises. Let's talk about God's promises. I am standing here on a promise. The God said he would take care of me and he wouldn't let nothing happen to me. Did I go through the fire? Yes. Did I go through the flood? Yes. Am I still here? Yes. Am I in my right mind? Yes. God said, he said with this promise, he said, what you want, daughter? And I told him, he said, okay, go big, because I do big. I don't do small. I said, okay. And he said, every day I need you to do a small things every day. And I did. And I'm still doing it. Small things every day. Am I telling you? No. But I'm doing small things every day. Because guess what? That leads to breakthrough. Even if it's me just changing my mindset of what I'm going to do. My armor and my protection. Not afraid of the terrors of the night or the night terrors, nor the bullets that fly at day. Why? Because I do not dread a disease that stalks in darkness. Let's talk about it. David said, yea, do I walk. David was talking about his dark night of the soul. I was the first one to go through the dark night of the soul, and that's why they've been trying to get rid of me. Why? Because if they get rid of me, everybody gonna lose faith and quit. Ain't nobody trying. No, honey, we is going. Come high water or what, we are going. Okay, so it says, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, my rod and staff. What? Who knew our cross was our spine and our shoulder to shoulder? Jesus said, pick up your cross daily. Little do we know that we would have it in our body. See how religion do? They don't never tell you because they can't tell you because they ain't walked the path. They just tour guides telling you what to do, but they ain't never lived it. Right. I'm just telling you what I know, not what I heard. Because they keep preaching the same sermon over and over because they don't have any, they don't have anything to go by. Pay attention to that. They tell you something else, but it's the same thing with Moses. Moses put on a veil to show that he had a bright light, but after a while Moses lost the light because him and God was at odds because Moses did something to piss God off, and God told Moses, you're not going to go into the promised land. You're going to see it, but you ain't going to go in. Cut your fuss and get on the bus. Woo! So, and then it says, my cup runneth over. That is prosperity. That is overflow. There's infinite overflow, infinite ideas, infinite innovation, infinite. If you want infinite, step in with God. That's all he needs you to do. No matter your religion. Start getting closer to God, no matter your religion, and God got you. Okay. And then it says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And then, what does that mean? Isaiah 53, it says, God will send the angels to go before us to set us under, to make the crooked places straight, and God will always be our rear guide. Come back. God is my rear guide. Why? Because he is being goodness and mercy, making sure every day of my life I'm receiving goodness and mercy, no matter what test I come up against. Because Jesus already told me, in this world you're going to have trouble, but be of good cheer. I've already overcome the world. Cut your fuss and get on the bus. So let's go from there. And then it says, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know why you are? Because you are the house of the Lord forever. When you leave this body, you still with the Lord. If you choose to be that way, depending on how you living on this life. If you choose to be narcissistic and controlling people, you going somewhere else. Because that's what you chose. Whatever you choose is where you going. Nor the disaster that strikes at midday. No matter who you think got the power right now, you rock with them. Rock with them.